Dothan's workforce is growing. Hundreds of people gathered at the Dothan Civic Center to meet with potential employers in the city. The job fair partnership between the city of Dothan, the Alabama Department of Workforce, the Department of Human Resources, and Southeast Alabama Works seeks to raise our labor force participation rate, and a goal that will not only benefit Dothan, but the entire state of Alabama.
It just helps our state in the long run. More people working, more money into the state, and hopefully more businesses will come here through economic development and workforce development.